So a couple days ago, we got a pretty controversial update from JJS, which gave us the release of Naoya, a Nanami Early Access, a reworked Mechamaru, and some Charles buffs. Well, some of these changes are great, others I just don't like. Now with that said, let's get into my first update review. Now, with the moveset that has possibly the most split opinions, we have Nanami. Nanami isn't focused very hard on combos, more about getting in, hitting a move or two, and then dipping. Overall, a very hit-and-run archetype-oriented character. Getting into his kit, his special is Ratio. Using your special summons the ratio bar above your opponent's head. While the ratio bar is above the opponent's head, a circle will move across the bar. Using your special again will stop the circle. Stopping it on the red line on the bar will proc ratio for 3.5 seconds. While ratio is procced, your 4th M1 is converted into a higher damage combo ending Black Flash, while your 1st, 3rd, and 4th move deals extra damage, guard breaks, and gains additional properties. As well, it's to be noted, you can use your special while in your own stun, allowing for some decent combos. Now, with that mouthful out of the way, we can get into my actual thoughts on it. I personally love this special. It's a great gimmick which has its uses in both neutral and in combos. It incorporates itself very well into the moveset, whether that be through 4 or Aerial 3's design. Though, that isn't to say it's without its flaws. At the moment, it's actually pretty unpolished. Things like ratio bar being hard to see at times, timing feeling a bit inconsistent, the cooldown being a tad high, and proc ratio only lasting 3.5 seconds are all things that should be improved upon. Onto Nanami's first move, we have Cleaving Whirlwind. You do a medium bendable dash forward into a blockable downward swing with your cleaver that ragdolls. When used with ratio, the move guard breaks, and if they try to block the move, it staggers the opponent's arm, reducing their block arc for a duration. If I'm being honest, at the moment, this move is pretty bad. Its hitbox is awful, and as it is, in combos, it's more used as an M1 reset than an actual move. But it does have its uses in neutral, with ratio making it a guard break and all. Overall, it's just a pretty weak part of the moveset, but a lot of that is just generally its hitbox issues. Anyways, for the second move, we have Severance Kick, a close range kick that you can change the direction of with your inputs. If used in neutral, or on moving forward, you do a fast, blockable forward kick that knocks your opponent back without ragdolling or stunning them, which can be interrupted by your 3 move. If you are moving backwards, then use the move, you do a kick behind your back, knocking opponents back without ragdolling or stunning. This has a slightly longer startup, guard breaks, and when used on the dashing opponent, extends. When used on a throwable, whether that be after or before it's thrown, you can use this move to launch it similarly to Yuji's special. It's a solid move with a unique concept, though it definitely feels like the forward variant is lacking something. As of right now, it's a pretty generic move that only really serves as an extender into 3. As well, as of now, it doesn't have a ratio variant, and it's not confirmed if it's ever getting one. I personally think it could work that way, but I wouldn't be upset if it did end up getting one. Now, getting into what seems like the fan favorite move, we have Blunt Cut, a blockable instant dash that damages and surely stuns anything in its path. Sort of like Mahito's Blade Arm dash, but with a startup you can delay by holding the input. In the air, you dash downwards, and if you hit anyone, you follow up with an upward slash that guard breaks. Using ratio will make the move guard break and deal more damage, as well as make it so that if blocked, you stagger the opponent's leg, taking away their ability to dash for a short period. Using ratio on the aerial variant simply makes it guard break and deal more damage. If you use ratio on the second part of the aerial, the slash will ragdoll upwards, allowing you to extend. A pretty decent move in all regards. It's a very good neutral tool, and a pressure from the leg stagger is great, while the aerial is pretty okay neutral, and a great combo tool. Something I will say is it does feel very bland at the moment, and that's likely due to the lack of VFX in particular. Nothing to do with the actual move itself. The 4th move, Stabilize, is very unique. You do a quick forward jab with your cleaver that hits grounded. If this hits an opponent, they enter a hit animation, and you enter an end lag animation. Both these animations are elongated when using ratio or interrupting an opponent's dash. This end lag animation can be interrupted by either your 1st or 3rd move, usually letting you extend. However, it should be said that this is still green if used completely by itself, meaning you can use ratio on 1 or 3 follow-up, and if the opponent tries to block it off instinct, they get their limb staggered. I really like this move. It's a very creative idea, and it fits perfectly into the moveset as an extender and has great synergy with the special. However, I do wish it were just a bit more distinct from the second move, but that's just a nitpick on my end, and not something that seriously affects the moveset. To conclude my thoughts on Nanami, I think he's fun and very well designed. While at first I struggled to play him and had some not nice things to say, I quickly warmed up to him. At the moment, his biggest flaw is definitely how unpolished he is, but that's something that's going to get fixed over time. Altogether, a great moveset that I'll enjoy playing from here on. As for the other things in this update, I personally really don't like the new Mechamaru, and much prefer the old one because of Puppet Barrage and old Ultra Cannon, as well as the more balanced special. They honestly made his ultimate pretty weak compared to most others, considering how little time you get without overcharge. As for the Charles buff, they're pretty good, they bring him up to a decent spot, but they make him a bit spammy and unpunishable, which is annoying to play against. Finally, Naoya's release is okay, almost painfully so. The ultimate move they added is pretty boring, and the changes they made his ultimate much less shenanigans to play. The changes were fine, and I'm sure Mechamaru isn't out of development hell just yet, but we'll see what's to come. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it. If you have any suggestions for JJS, come over to my server and share them for a chance to get reviewed on the channel. Now don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a future upload. See ya!